stuff sorted out. Welcome to another fantastic episode of My Orgasmic Life. I'm your hostess with the mostest, Gaia Morrissette. And on today's show, actually before I get into what our topic we're going to cover today, today's episode is brought to you by ticklelife. All right, so for everybody who's not being able to see me, I am wearing, so this morning I went for a walk with my dog, and what's the date today? It's April 9th, and I walked through a crazy snowstorm. Yes, snow. So I decided that I was going to support spring and bring spring in, whether spring wanted to be here or not, by what I chose to wear today. So I'm wearing this beautiful black gauze dress that I got when I was in Mexico. I have big yellow flowers in my hair, and I got my hair with two little pigtails on the top of my head. So I look just cute and adorable. And then if you can't see because of the light, I am covered in sparkles. This was my this is how I'm going to deal with the fact that there's snowing. It's snowing this morning on April 9th. All right. So what I want to talk to you today in our show is about support teams and the importance of having support teams when you are going through places of distress, but also the importance of support teams while you are in a place of happiness as well, a celebration. And that you can't do it alone. So right now with the COVID-19 epidemic happening, many people are in a place of isolation and are feeling very disconnected because of, out of necessity for our own safeties and health. But I want to lean in a little bit more into, did you have a team in place before this happened? I think that's really important, that we can also figure out, and I'm going to talk about how do we create that team and the importance of that team, and I'm going to share with you my team. Some of them are available. Some of them are not available, but I want to share with you my team of support that, helps me move through my life, not just moving out of that place of fear and trauma and survival mode, but into thriving. So where do I want to start with that? So let's talk about how I have my team, and then we'll go from there. So I have a team that I've broken up into different sections. So I have my physical health team, and then I have team brain, as I like to call it. And team brain is around dealing with my emotional well-being and my emotional stability and helping me heal any particular trauma that I might be going through, or reclaiming and moving out of those places of, like I said, surviving into thriving. And just in case you've never listened to me before and you're like, well, why would you be surviving? So here's a little bit of a backstory. I experienced severe sexual abuse as a child, as well as severe satanic ritual abuse as a child. So I have a huge background of trauma and, moving out of that place of trauma and survival into thriving. So thanks for all the loves that I'm getting right now. My heart goes out. I feel so loved at the moment. So while I'm going through anytime, so what happens in my day to day? I'm like, la, 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 I'm all happy and bubbly and life is good. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, I feel some resistance in life, right? So whether it might be showing up in my business, whether it might be showing up in my relationships, whether I'm not moving from a place of Zen and I'm now moving from this place of kind of control and, anxiety. And these are usually a good indicator. I'm like, oh, there's something under the surface that is ready to be healed. So recently, I started in November. I decided that I was going to move out of this place of survival, and I was going to heal something incredibly major, which was, not throwing up when I traveled. And I thought, oh, this should be fairly easy. So that was in November. It's now April. I've just gotten to the other side of that. Because there's a lot of moving pieces in there, underlining stuff that needed to be addressed and healed. Now, while I was doing that, as soon as stuff comes up and I'm like, okay, I'm ready to lean into this, I have my team, my 3 people that I go to help me through that process. So the first person I go to is my neuroplasticity guy, my NLP guy, Nate Hager. All right, who is taking clients and is spectacular if you want to rewire your brain. And we want to rewire our brain so that we don't stay in those old patterns, those old loops. Okay, so that's step 1 for me in my team brain, team awesome. Right? The next person on my stop is like the maintenance management and helping to support me through releasing all the emotional stuff that comes up, all the blockages that come up, is my dearest friend and colleague, is Dana Farron. And she also is taking new clients. So she is my go-to when I'm going through what I'm going through. And if I have any place where I'm having resistance, I pick up the phone and I call her and we have a session and she helps me clear stuff out and I'm good to go. Then the third person on my team is Lee Watson. And he is my sound guy and does sound. He's my sound practitioner guy. And so what happens is that every time I do a rewiring of my brain and then I do emotional stability piece of it, then my DNA frequency needs to be recalibrated to be in line with what's happened in my brain and what's happening in my emotions. And my body needs to realign with that. So I go to Lee for some sound work and he helps the frequencies to be all in a line. So that's my team brain. Okay, this is my team. Now, for anybody who doesn't know, I'm an expert in trauma healing. Like that is one of my areas of expertise. People come see me for that reason. And so it's really important, and I think this is the premise of what I really want to get through to the show, is that even me as an expert in that field, that I need support. And that having support doesn't make you weak, doesn't make you less than. It actually helps you be better at what you do. It helps you show up in the world more and complete and more honestly and authentically. So it's really important to have a team. Okay. So I just, having a team you don't have a team because you're a mess and you don't know how to take care of yourself. You have a team because you love yourself and that you need that external support. And we all need that external support. We can't do everything by ourselves. We shouldn't do everything by ourselves. As we are feeling right now in this isolation period of time, we are community, tribal beings, and we need community and we need connection, right? So we can't just be an island, right, all the time. So let's move on to my team health. I also have this other team. So I talked to you about my team brain. Now I have my team health. So at the top of my team health, I have Pierre Black, who helps me with all of my nutrition and food and all of these kinds of things. He's a fantastic healer in all things health, body related, as well as emotion, energetic and all sorts of things. He's traveled all over the world. He's incredible. So his name's Pierre Black. And I believe he's also taking new clients. So you can see him as well. Now, the next person on my team, unfortunately, is not available to you guys. Is my massage therapist, David Chevalier. And he helps my whole body move through stuff, both emotionally, psychologically, and physically, as I was. And it's important. I have a team health, and this is one of the reasons why I have team health, is because when I was 25, so over 20 years ago, I was in a major car accident. And in that major car accident, I should have been, doped up on heavy pain meds for the rest of my life, not be able to take care of myself. And, so the fact that I do all the things that I do and I'm physically capable, it's because of this team health, of supporting me to moving out of that place in my body from surviving to thriving. Okay. So if you're like, oh, that must be easy. No, it was not easy for me. I couldn't even brush my own hair, so it's really important to understand that it's through my team health that I've gotten to where I am. So we got my massage therapist, who is not taking new clients right now. He's not able to see anybody. So I can't share him with you. I'm willing to share the rest of my team, but not him. And then next on my team health, and this has been a crucial part, is my personal trainer. And my personal trainer, she is spectacular. Her name is Steph, and I can't pronounce her last name properly, but her company is called Step It Up. And I will have all of my team's contact info in the show notes so you can reach out to them. Now, Steph has been incredible to push me. I have a session with her later today. So if you're watching, Steph, I love you. Be nice. And she's been incredible because she works hand in hand with my massage therapist. And because I had so many injuries, I needed somebody that could specialize in being able to adapt just so that we could still move and strengthen my body and meet my goals, my health goals and my body's goals. And with her, between her and the rest of my team, this last year, I went hang gliding. I did an open swim marathon. I went to the trampoline park. I went indoor skydiving. All of these things that should have never, ever happened. And this year, I'm up in the ante. So, yay, team physical health. So that's my team. That's my core team of help my body, help my brain. Now, again, why do we need a team? Well, we need a team because we can't do it by ourselves. We need a team because we shouldn't do it by ourselves. We need a team so we don't feel alone. And we need a team so that we can feel supported and held and loved. And in those moments where we are incredibly we're having a hard time moving through, whether it's psychologically, emotionally, physically, energetically, whatever it is, and we're having a hard time moving out of that place. That's why you want your team of professionals that know how to do that. It's great, and it's important to have your A team of friends who you can call up and love you unconditionally and support you unconditionally, and that's incredible, and that's a really important piece to have. But you also need your professional team of support who have your back and have the skill sets to help you move out of that place of wherever you happen to be. They're there to call you out on your shit. They're there to push you a little bit further. Now, some of you who have teams may not have been able to spend time with your team members. Like I haven't been able to see my massage therapist because of what's going on. And then that caused a lot of distress for me because he's a crucial part of my team. And I'm going to own that I went into a full-on panic And I've had to actually work through my body. I have mantras and affirmations and all sorts of stuff that I'm doing, cognitive reprogramming around. My body is strong and healthy, even if I can't have massage, because he was a crucial part of anchoring in. So sometimes our team, we can't have access to our team. It causes us more distress. So you need to adapt. You need to figure out new ways of doing things. A lot of the people that may be on your team, you may not be able to, like my nail people, for example, is a crucial part of my feeling beautiful and sexy and beautiful and sexy. And, I can't see my nail people right now. And that caused me some serious distress. So I was like, okay, how am I going to figure this out? How am I going to adapt? How am I going to be flexible? Which I think is the next podcast I think we'll do, is talking about adapting and flexibility through a time where your routines and your things that you usually do, you're not capable of doing, and why that's causing us so much distress. So I think that's I'll hold off until our next podcast. I think that will be a good conversation. All right. So the moral of today's story, here's a teachable moment. Figure out, who's your team? Do you have a team of professional people in your life? If you don't have a team of professional people in your life, you can borrow some of my team members. And, a lot of them all, work right now virtually. So no matter where you are in the world. And start to research and start to create those places in your life where you feel like it would be great to have support emotionally, psychologically, physically, energetically, depending on, what your spiritual beliefs are, energetically, right? Find those people. You deserve to have a team of amazing people helping to support how amazing and awesome you are and helping to bring out the best version of you, so that you don't have to stay in those places that, you're good, it's good, but you deserve to be spectacular, fabulous, amazing, epic, awesome, right? And if you need support around relationships, sex, healing, trauma, all that kind of stuff, and you want me to be on your team, I'm always available as well. All right. So I love you. And just as a quick, here's our, how the ways in which you can spend some time with me. So don't forget to download my app, my Orgasmic Life app, so that you can have my podcast at the tip of your fingertips always, no matter where you are. You can also find my Orgasmic Life podcast on all of your favorite podcasting platforms. To spend more time with me, whether it's online courses, education, coaching, you can find me for all of your sexual wellness needs. You can find me at succulentliving.com. For all of your BDSM education and needs, you can find me at empressgaia.com. On social media, Gaia Morrissette and Empress Gaia. And also, I am hosting. I have recently started hosting Ticklelife's podcast. So, you can find that on Spotify and Apple, and at Ticklelife. And it's a cool show, so I highly recommend coming and listening. So that's it. That's all. I love you all. Thanks for playing with me today. Thanks for watching me today. Thanks for listening to me today. And thanks for your comments and your support and your love. And my heart is filled with so much gratitude that you come and play with me. All right, that's it. That's all. Mwah. And I'll put all of my team members that are available for sharing in the show notes. Bye-bye.